Welcome back to Breakfast Television. Prairie Theatre Exchange takes us to a rural Manitoba farm with their final production of the season, Ken Cameron's Harvest. The story follows Alan and Charlotte, who retire from farm life and move to a condo in Winnipeg, taking on a tenant in their farmhouse, a pilot, who is increasingly reluctant to let them into the house. Actors Megan McCartan and Tom Anico join us this morning to tell us more. Thank you so much for being here.
Our pleasure.
I had the pleasure of seeing the show on opening night, and I must say, the two of you, the only actors in the play, but not the only characters in the play, are Alan and Charlotte. Let's talk a little bit about the rehearsal process. First of all, the two of you play all the characters in the show. How many? Do you know how many?
We've just counted up outside, and we think there's 11. We might have missed somebody, but we think there's 11.
And you trade off, so you both played the same character.
Yes,
I don't even know how to say it.
Sometimes in the same scene, sometimes within 5 lines, we switch back and forth.
So the trick in rehearsal is really very much about finding a character and a characteristic for that character that we could both do and both do in a similar enough way that the audience would recognize the character, whether it was Megan playing it or whether it was me playing it.
Yeah, sometimes that had to do with props, but a lot of it was mannerisms and just your voices. Does that change the dynamic between the two of you as actors working together when you have to shift roles that way?
I don't think it changes. I think it's just part of the dynamic. I mean, it's always about playing off of each other and responding to what the other person is doing and doing things that the other actor can respond to. And I think it's the same, even though you're changing characters, you're still doing the same thing. So.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say it's technically more difficult. The technique of it is a little harder, but that's all, really.
You must be exhausted. I felt exhausted after watching you switching back and forth and just to see you on stage. Let's talk a little bit about the plot. We alluded to the fact that you take on a tenant in the farmhouse after you move to the condo. We're not really spoiling anything to talk a little bit about who this tenant is and what's going on.
The poster is a marijuana plant.
Exactly.
So, yeah, no, the tenant runs a grow-op and basically destroys the homestead that these people have lived in all their lives, and the story is about they're dealing with the fallout from that and rekindling their own romance and rediscovering their relationship through the hardship.
And I think that's one of the most striking things to me about the production was the relationship between Alan and Charlotte. Maybe talk a little bit about that and about your relationship as a couple.
Well, Charlotte is always right, first of all. Alan sometimes makes a few mistakes here and there, but luckily he has Charlotte to keep him in line. Yeah, there's a bit of bickering over the decision of what to do with the house. Charlotte wanted to sell it, and of course, if Alan had listened to her, there'd be no play because there'd be no problem.
Yeah. And it's interesting to point out that the story is based on real events that Ken Cameron's parents went through. So there's that sort of factual thing, which makes it just a little more interesting because it's really quite incredible when you look at it in hindsight that people could be so naive, but people are.
People are, and you said it throughout the production as well. We don't want to be those nosy landlords, but at the same time, that ended up biting you guys in the end. Right. And as Bob Metcalf, artistic director for PTE, said, there's something innately hilarious about senior citizens and marijuana.
It's true.
Definitely worth checking out. The production runs till April 20th at Prairie Theatre Exchange. All the details up at breakfasttelevision.ca. Thank you so much to both of you for joining us. Taking a break on BT. Stay with us.
Could say Prairie Theatre Exchange is ending its season on a high note.
Just tell them that we don't want to be nosy, but that electricity prices are increasing all the time.
Yes, dear.
And that it's not their fault. We must not have been clear earlier.
It's our fault.
PTE's new comedy Harvest is set midsummer on Alan and Charlotte's family farm. The couple retire and buy a condo in the city, but find the pilot they've rented the farm to is growing a different cash crop. Harvest opens tomorrow and runs until April 20th at PTE.
Charlotte, why don't you go wait in the car?
Prairie Theatre Exchange wraps up its season with the warmth and humor of Harvest, a production set on a rural Manitoba farm in midsummer. Harvest follows Alan and Charlotte, who retire from farm life and move to a condo in the city. They rent their farmhouse to a pilot who starts growing a different cash crop. The actors who play Alan and Charlotte also play all the characters in the show, adding an extra challenge for the actors.
There are many characters that we both do, so we have to find common ground and a way of doing those characters that we can both pull off and that is recognizable to the audience as the same character.